Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Basically, today we are going to discuss about the formula word, same word. That is basically a 32 number and the 32nd part. Basically, you can say till 31st till 31. Basically, we have discussed lots of things. Basically, you can say, and we have discussed lots of things about the formula word also. And but yet, basically, we have not started the actual formulas, basically you can say, of the project management plan, which is basically already discussed and which is already created by the project management plan group, basically. And in this, basically, we have tracked lots of error also, and we are not going to directly disclose the error, basically, because it might possible that uh, this might harm me also, basically. It might possible, basically, but in this, basically, there are lots of internal error, basically, which we have already discussed, basically. And how basically the project management few formulas, basically, you can say, how basically software industry might be getting lots of loss, basically. For example, I will take one example. How basic I will just take one small example. There is one text box that is basically created from the thousand cities, that basically government knows, but the private industry does not know this, basically, because private industry says that we are just paying the tax amount, and basically we are not supposed to worry about that, what is government doing, how the government is facing the problem. That is their basically look of, basically, if government is facing any problem, that is their problem, not our problem. So like this, they are telling that that's not our problem, that's their problem. Then government is also telling that if it's not our problem, then why you are asking for the thousand cities creation, basically. That is also not our problem, that is your problem. Then basically like this, the discussion is still ongoing, and the discussion has reached up to the certain level, basically. And now basically the discussion has reached to this level, that is basically mm, government has asked the sorry government has told that we can't disclose the secrets, and secrets are secrets, and we can't tell the secret, basically, of the text box, basically. Here basically I will take one example, that is basically that text box, for example, there is one project cost, project one project one. I will take one small example only. One of the software company, that is basically of the Microsoft Corporation. So Microsoft Corporation have lots of small companies. So from that, basically, software company, one of the project director told that we want to estimate one project, and here this was basically a small project, but each and every project cost was basically calculated by Microsoft Corporation only, because it was a Microsoft Corporation company, basically. So like this, basically, the cost department, that is basically software cost department, told that we are finding the cost, and in this cost, basically, we have not added the text box part, basically. Reason, the text box calculate text box equal to thousand cities creation has happened, and we have paid the amount also, lots of tax amount also, and lots of things also, and that basically calculation we have not added. Then basically one of the person told that few things basically government has already added and given you the certain numbers, so that basically contains the text box amount also, basically. Then basically you don't need to calculate the text box amount, that is basically thousand cities equal to text box creation. There is no need to do the re expenses, basically you can say re expense calculation. So like this, basically, then basically the person told that basically if government is not giving the detail, then basically how basically we can say that the government has added this amount, text box equal to thousand cities, basically. Then basically that person told that yeah, that is also correct, basically. So here the basically conflict has happened. Here the government is telling that we can't disclose the thing, and the private people are telling that we can't trust the government, because government is not giving the detail of the tax amount, where the amount is getting paid of the tax amount, and where the expenses is happening of the tax amount. Then basically how basically we can trust? That is also one basically question, basically. Then basically we told that after knowing this text box equal to created from 1,000 cities, then basically we also started added a few things, basically tech, because each and every forms basically when gets creates, that time basically Microsoft Corporation also have to do lots of stuff basically. Now basically that is basically 1,000 cities equal to text box creation, 1,000 cities equal to combo box creation has happened, 1,000 cities from 1,000 cities the checkbox creation has happened. So checkbox also took more than 1,000 cities. So relay buttons are there, like these list buttons are there, then menus are there, then the push buttons are there, the reset buttons are there, then the basically entire form is there, which contains each and every control. So basically, each and everything basically has required the has connected with the post industry only basically. So basically, here the question is, here we are discussing that formula word basically has connected to how many industries, and how many industries have invested the amount. According to that investment basically has basically cost of the software, which is basically the industry is using, has basically there has their discount has given to the cost, sorry, discount has given to the software cost. Like this basically each and every things basically are discussed here. So basically here the point is, if for example there are set of attributes which says that we have taken each and every industry's investment and expenses which has happened, and the profit and loss, each and everything which that due to that industry we have got. So whatever profit we have got, we have whatever loss we have got, each and everything basically we have added in this our project management plan. And in this project management plan, in each and every formula we have added that profit and loss which is given by the certain industries. And then basically we have added each and every profit and loss of that industry into the certain attributes, and the certain attributes are basically connected with the set of formulas. Like this basically we have taken each and every aspects of the project management plan, and project management plan is directly connecting with the each and every industries, each and every industry category size, their investment, their profit, their loss, each and everything basically they have got. And which has directly connected to the software industry, because software industry says that we have already taken the cost and profit and loss of the that industry, and we are connected with the formulas basically. Then basically whatever things is going to happen to that industry, that is directly going to affect to our project management plan formulas basically. That is basically each and every attributes cost basically which is getting calculated by the software industry, which has the base of this each and every cost is basically directly connecting to that industry basically, because we have added each and every industry's profit and loss to our each and every attributes of the formulas basically. That's why basically it is directly going to affect to our profit and loss basically. So this basically this also discussion basically which has gone with the government, which has discussed with the government by the Microsoft Corporation basically. So basically then also basically again the still same thing the question has asked by the Microsoft Corporation. When basically you are going to give the detail of the tax basically, that is your secret, we understood, but we at least need the tax, the control box basically, which is getting placed in the Microsoft forms basically, that is basically .NET form, ASP form, basically the things basically which UV adds in the forms basically, that at least basically we need that data basically. For example, text box is added in the 50 crores form basically, then basically it will be it might create problem in future basically. If suddenly something happens in that your text box equal to 1,000 city place, then basically we might get a problem. Then basically government told indirectly basically that we have lots of backup of the each and every cities basically. It's not like that there is no backup basically of the cities basically. There are many backups of the each and every cities. If anything happens to another city, if entire city is getting closed and something happens to each and any city, then also basically we are not going to stop basically. Then also our each and every services which is we have given, we are taking the money as a subscription. So basically in short basically whatever servicing we are giving to you, that is never going to stop. So mark my government word basically. Government told that mark my word, that the services which is provided by the government, that is never going to stop basically. That basically you can, if you want basically, you can take the list of the services which government is giving. So this is one of the services, that is basically the text box equal to 1,000 cities, and the power supply and the each and every text box which getting displayed in your form basically of the .NET form, that is basically 50 crore form. In that basically, sorry, the more around 5 crore or 6 crore form basically. In that basically, whatever controls, that is 50 crore for controls basically text box you are getting display. In that basically in that form basically, in that form basically text box is getting display, that is basically 50 crore. That is basically one service basically, because the text box is getting display. That is basically one service. Like this basically, there are many controls, checkbox from box, that is also getting display. So that is also one service basically we are providing you. Instead of service basically, you are paying the money also na? So there is basically there is no need of basically talking about this point basically, because you are paying the money. And subscription money you are paying indirectly basically on the base of um, you are paying the subscription amount, and that subscription amount is calculated in the tax amount basically. So directly we can't disclose the tax detail basically, but we can give you the list of services which we are providing. And whatever services we are giving you, we can't disclose the physical places basically. So like this discussion is ongoing. The discussion is basically why the text box is equal to 1,000 cities, and why basically government is not giving the text box each and every information in detail. And like this basically lots of discussion is ongoing. So basically this is also one of the part of the formula word, and this is basically a 32 number formula word part. And in 33 we are going to discuss little bit more about the formula.